Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Anything But Nothing podcast. It's a podcast where we talk about anything, and it means nothing, but it means something to me. I'm your host, David Connolly, and today we're discussing something that's near and dear to my heart for the first episode back. Obviously, we had the Fenrirock podcast quite some time ago, and it kind of went away, and it's now been rebranded to the Anything But Nothing podcast. Now, the Bay Area Panthers. I love the Bay Area Panthers, but there is something that's been missing that this team has really needed to improve on, and that's what I want to discuss today. It's not the team itself. The team itself is doing fantastic. The fact that they're in the fourth year and are once again championship favorites after winning it all in the second year. Very disappointing third year of really great team and then just floundering in the playoffs. And of course the first year where they were hot garbage, but it was their first year. They get a pass. We're here to discuss ways that I feel that could really improve this team. And again, I'm not an expert. I'm just a fan. I love the team. I want to see them succeed more than lots of folks, but they need some help, and I have some ideas of how I think they can go about fixing them. But before we go, we have some other updates too. For those who are fans of my Fenrirock sports channel, you saw me post a video going over a certain scam that's impacting the indoor football league, or in a way, the outdoor football world, the National Gridiron League. If you haven't checked out, please check out my channel. It's Fenrirock Sports, and I go into depth of why that channel is, or not channel, why that league is a scam. And there's been some developments. They were supposed to start training camp back on June 1st, and that never happened. And, well, we fast forward a couple weeks forward, and we have some, ticket updates where they're showing that they're playing one team, and the schedule shows they're playing another team. One schedule shows they're playing in Alviso, which was the announced stadium, and the other update shows they're playing in San Francisco. It's all a hot mess. They're supposed to play their first game this Saturday. I'm going to drive by and just see if there's anything going on there. And I'll put the final nail in the head that it's all just big and fake. But we'll get there when we get there. Again, we'll have a video going over that soon because I have something planned for that. But before we actually jump further, I kind of got ahead of myself. I got ahead of myself. It's been a long time since I've done this. Yes, my name is David. You can call me Fenrirock, but in the podcast world, it feels right to use my real name. This one's by myself. We'll have some future episodes with the curator and some hopeful other guests as well. But also we'll have episodes here, like today, where it's just me by myself. And per tradition of the old podcast, before we changed it even back then, we had the drink of the day. Today we are having a mango IPA from Barrel House, a brewery down in Paso Robles, California, my second home. And I wish I had a second home down there, but it's just my home away from home. And this stuff is so good. If you like IPAs, try this one out. If you like mango, try that one out. They have lots of other great beers as well. Actually, peeking into the future, we're actually going to have a video where I talk about my favorite breweries in California. But back on topic, the Panthers themselves, they're currently in first place. They just got done beating the brakes off the Arizona Rattlers on Sunday. That was fantastic to see. Sorry, my friend Action Jackson out there, he's a Rattlers fan, and he actually has Wes Bowers on his show coming this week. I'm excited to watch that. That's actually really freaking awesome. I actually kind of want to have Wes on here someday in the future. I'll reach out to him. He and I are cool. I've talked to him multiple times. Wes Bowers. It's great to see him out on the field again. He's a beast at linebacker. Wes, if you're watching this, this is gonna sound so corny. I love everything about you, man. You're funny, you're wholesome, you're a great dude off the field. But when you're on that field, I don't want to mess with you. No one wants to mess with you because you're a freaking monster. And having you out there increases the presence of that already incredible defense and just the heights of that. They could go now that you're back out there, and you look in great shape, man. It's like you're killing it out there. You look like you never missed a beat. And especially since you had an Achilles injury, which is freaking all the rage right now for sports injuries. Hey, it's insane. The Pacers got screwed because of that injury, but Halliburton's already hurt, and we're not going to go into that too much here. This isn't about basketball. This is about football. More importantly, the Indoor Football League. I will say for the offense, like the offense is like you feel like you're watching a slug because they just run it down your throat, and you can't do anything to stop them. They just keep running. And for those who don't know about the Indoor Football League, the clock's running. So if you're successfully keep running, maintaining possession, keeping first downs, keep running, and eventually scoring, you waste a lot of time. And if you could do that successfully, you're going to win a lot of football games, because if you have a freaking killer defense like the Panthers have, and the offense is as efficient as they are, the sky's the freaking limit. That's why I'm hoping I'm really hoping this continues, because the air attack can do good when it wants to. It can get a little thing. Josh Jones, he's a great quarterback. I love him. He's killing it this year so far too. He can be a little indecisive, which kind of showed this week. He threw a pretty costly interception. He threw it across the middle. He didn't look off the defender. He just stared straight down his receiver, through where he was going, and there was a defender waiting right there. You can't do that with teams like the Rattlers. Their defense is also insane. And for context too, I hate the Arizona Rattlers more than any team in sports history, including the Seattle Seahawks. So that gives some context. I also put hate in quotation marks. I respect the hell out of them. Coach Guy's insane. He's a legend for a reason. But I have some things I feel can help improve the team, and I want to go over them with you here. Also, in the future, I have a better sign. This one's just made of paper, but it's doing the job right now. But we'll have a better nameplate coming here. I got the idea of doing that from Tom Grossi. You know, he's one of my favorite YouTubers, and he's also one of the best human beings on this planet. I'm looking back and forth between the laptop here because I got my main notes here, and I have some subsequent notes here in the good old college rule notebook. But the first thing I really want to do, it's something that a lot of fans have discussed. It's been a huge talking point. It's also been kind of a pain point between fans. It's a very touchy subject. A lot of people don't want them to do it, but I feel like what's best for the team is, since now that we're cemented in San Jose, especially with, they have the new deal with SAP Center, they're going to be playing at SAP Center for the foreseeable future after a recent moving scare. Just rename yourselves the San Jose Panthers. It's just, what really helped, for those who are not from San Jose, for those who are not, because I don't live in San Jose again. I live in Morgan Hill, which is actually where the Panthers are based out of, which is kind of funny. But the San Jose sports fans, when a team is named San Jose, they will support you. And just fans, like, there is San Jose pride. San Jose pride is a real thing, and the San Jose Sabercats were the mainstay here for a long time. There's still a lot of remnants of there. We'll be talking about them shortly. But just changing to the San Jose Panthers, it's gonna get a lot more local fans stirred up. It's like, oh, they're embracing the full thing. The San Jose Panthers, they're our team. We're here to support them. A case in point, we actually had a guy. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Actually, no, it goes right into my next point. Is it'll help simplify, word of mouth, people talking about the team, saying I root for the Bay Area Panthers. If you don't know who they are, if you just go, oh yeah, I'll check them out, you don't know where they play. Just saying the Bay Area is not a small place, but you say, hey, I'm going to check out the San Jose Panthers, and they go, oh, who's that? I go, oh, they're an indoor football team. Everyone who's in the area knows, oh, they play at SAP Center. And that's the only place they will be playing is the SAP Center, and it'll stir up more enthusiasm. Local turns out. Granted, the team attracts from way out, because one con I do want to point out, major con, is it will pull farther away from the team's original roots. The team was originally supposed to be the Oakland Panthers, because one of the owners is, of course, Marshawn Lynch, and he wanted to represent Oakland after the Raiders ditched him. And the first season got killed because of COVID, got pushed back a couple years, started in 2022, and they rebranded to the Bay Area Panthers because they moved to San Jose because the Oracle. I'm not too sure of what the logistics were with the old Oracle Center over in Oakland. It's a cool arena. I saw Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I've seen Megadeth there and Scorpions. It's a great venue. It's a beautiful little Coliseum. It's on a cool location. It's like a cool little hill. For those who don't know, it's right next to the Coliseum where the Raiders used to play. But they moved to the Bay Area, and of course, Oakland fans were rightfully not pleased about this, because they've already lost a lot of teams. They're losing, currently in the process of still losing the A's. That thing is still all up in the air, and it's still an annoying process. But I digress. But they still show up to support the Panthers. A good chunk of the fans are still Oakland Panther fans, original fans who were there from day one. I was going to be one of them. When they announced the Oakland Panthers were coming, I was like, oh, I don't want to have to drive to Oakland, but I will, because it was not too long after the Sabercats folded back in 2015, which was already freaking 10 years ago. Holy crap. But I was like, I'll drive up to Oakland, and then, the pandemic happened, and a major problem happened where I think we're going to cover here too is it was not advertised well whatsoever that the team was moving. That I saw nothing about the Panthers moving to San Jose till I've gone over this actually in a past video where I talk about, you know, my first experience with the Panthers, saying goodbye to the Sabercats, saying hello to the Panthers. I did not know they were playing in San Jose till the day before. We had a commercial on the news, and they said, yeah, indoor football's back in San Jose, the Panthers. I'm like, oh, cool, when's that starting? The game's tomorrow. And the rest is history. But it's just, yeah, Oakland pride is real, and they deserve a team. But I hate to put it this way, they don't play in Oakland. They are San Jose's team at this point. There was a scare that they were going to be moving to Stockton or Sacramento or possibly Oakland again. I was very much against going to Stockton or Sacramento because I would not travel. Maybe for the games against, like the series games like against the Rattlers or playoffs, I would travel to Stockton because I have traveled to Stockton for football games back when the Sabercats were there for the playoffs and the Arena Bowl. But not on a regular basis. Hell no. But thankfully, they stayed at SAP Center. They almost moved to Tech CU. I actually do feel Tech CU would be a better place for them. It's a smaller, more intimate arena. Problem is, scoreboard's too low. You can't easily move it out of the way. It just wouldn't gel very well. And also, during the time of year, their season would conflict, early part of the season would conflict way too much with the Barracuda. But they're back at SAP Center, and changing your name to San Jose after this whole move scare would tell people, okay, we're here to stay. We're not leaving again, or possibly leaving. It's for those who are not aware, who have not had teams leave or disappear on you, mental security of your favorite sports team is a major thing. It's knowing they're not going anywhere is huge, especially for people around here, for fans of past Oakland teams, for fans of the Sabercats who have disappeared twice on us, and now with the NGL definitely a scam, are still not coming back. It's something that really needs to be cemented. And the last con I want to go over in this section too is the other problem with, is rebranding again. It'd be the third time the teams had to rebrand, and it kind of counteracts the security of, feel like they're staying here. But like, oh, they're not afraid of changing their name again. What's going to stop them from changing in the future? That was not as serious. I don't think that's really a tangible thing, but it's just something I did want to note. But yeah, just change it to the San Jose Panthers. Fully embrace where you're at. Fully embrace the locals. The team does great local events, great local supports. They had an event actually just last week on my birthday up here in Morgan Hill. And don't change the name to the Morgan Hill Panthers. I get you're based out of Morgan Hill. You do a lot of your community outreach in Morgan Hill. Don't change it to the Morgan Hill Panthers. Please don't do that. Unless we build an arena and you guys move up here. That'd be cool. But I digress. Yes, just please change your name to the San Jose Panthers. The next thing I do want to address is something that's been plaguing the team since their inception, and something we just briefly covered, is advertising. Oh, the advertising. I don't know who to fault here. I mean, ultimately it falls on ownership. I don't want to blame Roy Choi, because he's a great man. He's a great dude. He's at every single game. He greets the fans who were there early. He greets the fans that are there at the games, period. And the dude's a fantastic owner. I hope he never leaves. I love the man. He's such a fantastic. He's what I want more sport owners to be. Marshawn, I get why he's not there. He's a partial owner, and he also owns. He owns the Seattle Kraken. He owns his businesses over in Vegas. He spends a lot more time in he has a lot of projects. I do wish he would pay more attention to the Panthers, but his mom's there a lot, which is cool. It's cool to see Mama Lynch. I met Mama Lynch. She's a great woman, and because also her other son plays. I think he's with Tucson right now. He's Sap Lynch. He's a little guy, but he currently plays. She comes out to support him, and it's fun to watch when they play. But advertising, man. This year they did a better job. One, they're getting more local support. They're on local television for the games. They're on local radio. They're showing the news. They're not showing the news as much as they were at the beginning of the season, but they're still showing the local news. But there's a simple thing that would really help. For those who've been in the Bay Area, or actually, let's just say screw it. Those who've been around the world, there are billboards everywhere. You know who I haven't seen on any billboards, and I don't remember if they were before, if they could have changed it since, is the Bay Area Panthers. Something as simple as a billboard goes miles to advertise your brand. Gets way more eyes. There's so much traffic on every single road in this area that there's no way in hell you could have excuse to miss it. You see, oh, I will look into that. I remember back again to the Sabercats. They were on billboards. I see them. Of course, there was one season where it hurt me to see the Sabercats on a billboard because my work schedule was completely contradictory to their season. I couldn't make it to a single game that year, and their billboard was on my drive home from work. So that tortured me. But that doesn't matter here. Just billboards, it gets more eyes on the team. Just there's no reason not to put more eyes on the team. We have a problem with attendance. This past game was pretty damn good, but the curse of playing at SAP Center, it's a beautiful venue. It's a big venue. That's the problem. It's a big venue. We don't have small crowds. We have, crowds most of the time. But the size of our arena makes our crowds look so much smaller than they actually are. And we need to get butts in the seats. The SAP Center, when that place is full, if we can just fill the lower bowl, SAP Center's home field advantage, San Jose fans can be ravenous. I've been to plenty of Sharks games. I've been, obviously, again, the past Sabercat games. San Jose Giants, a minor league baseball team, regularly has big crowds. I was just there last week, completely sold out this little minor league baseball stadium. Over 4,000 folks there. The San Jose Barracuda don't always have huge crowds because, hockey has a lot of games and they have some games at weird times on weird days. But when they have main games on weekends with good stuff, that place sells out. San Jose fans show up. If you couple advertising with changing your name to the San Jose Panthers, just the more people we can get in, the better. There's the only true con is, it's another thing that's really been impacting the team, is, it costs a lot of money. Granted, I don't think billboards are that expensive compared to some other things like TV deals, commercials, radio traffic, things like that. I'm pretty sure those are expensive. I don't think billboards are that expensive. Granted, there's some billboards in much high density areas. We have electronic billboards. Those ones obviously cost a lot more. But I truly believe if you have good advertisement, is the revenue you generate from more folks coming to these games will greatly offset any cost you put into advertising. I'm going to put this bluntly. The advertising for this team has been abysmal. People in this area just don't know they're out there. At the fan event just this Thursday, I overheard a conversation of a random guy. He was there. He said to his friend, "Hey, I was actually planning, after coming to this event and learning about the team, I was planning on going out to, I was going to go check out the team more, go to more games, check them out for the whole season. And I found out there's only 2 games left. So what am I supposed to do now?" That kind of stuff can't happen. Now, granted, you go to a game here, he goes, "Oh, I want to support them more," and he comes back next season. Or he continues to go for the rest of the season and into the playoffs, which obviously the Panthers are going to make the playoffs. I don't think it's even mathematically, I'm not going to put anything out in the ether. I don't want to jinx anything. But advertising needs to improve. It's been talked about many, many times. Just something as simple as a billboard. Just put a billboard up on Monterey Road, on Blossom Hill Road. Get one of the open ones on 101, 85, 87, 680, 880, 280. Any of them. Any billboard in any of these spots will generate buzz and get people in those seats. SAP Center is a cool light show. But what's better than a light show? Those lights being blocked out by people. Because you can't really see the lights as well when there's butts in the seats. And it pains me how abysmal it's been. This team deserves so much more support than they get. The fans that show up are fantastic. I've only ever missed one game. It was the final game of the first season because I also went to a Giants game that day. And I've only ever missed one home game. And I'm there to support every single game I can. And there's plenty of other loyal fans, old Sabercat fans that come out, support local football. Fans coming from Oakland, fans coming from Stockton, fans coming from frickin', I got some coming from frickin' Salinas. That's the one I was trying to remember. We have fans from Salinas. Fans coming from everywhere to support this team. But they need to embrace the local community and drag more in. The local fans, the loyal fans will always come. They'll keep coming from out. They'll spread the word, get more fans from the outers. But the local focus to get more local fans has been where the failure is. Now, this is the one, this whole, from here on out, especially the next two sections, I truly feel is going to get some flack from the fans. Some fans who don't want to embrace this part. But I don't care. But it just feels like something that could actually help. And not fully diving into this, like fully committing to it in a way. But something I truly feel will help is maybe one game per season, throwback uniforms to the SaberCats. In a way, you don't get in trouble. The team already has a gold helmet. The SaberCats used to have a gold helmet as an alternate. Just do a cool green jersey, wear the gold helmet, wear the gold pants, have a flashy green jersey. Hell, like I say, I have a note here. The second year jerseys were basically SaberCat uniforms, but black. They were almost identical to the 2015 team's uniforms. It's kind of funny. They've since gone away from that. But some kind of throwback tribute to the SaberCats. The second season was in the final home game of the regular season. They did the fan appreciation night. And they know what fans, a good majority of the fans in the area want. Because that night was a SaberCat night. They had the old motorcycle driver come through. I can't remember. Saber. He rode through on his bike for the intro, did the whole with the fireworks. They brought the fireworks show for that game. They had the green light on in the tunnel. They had way more SaberCat style themes. The team also still uses a lot of SaberCat assets. They still use the roar, which actually technically is originally a Panther roar anyway, but that doesn't matter. The jungle theme, just some kind of throwback uniform to the SaberCats could help, just the fan appreciation night. It would pay homage to the past while still playing way to the future. That's how the first game was. The first game ever in Panthers history, they paid tribute to the SaberCats, and I cried like a freaking baby. And it's just something I truly do feel would actually help. They don't need to, they don't need to say or have the SaberCats branding on the uniforms. Just do a cool green jersey, green helmet. Not green. If you could do a green helmet too, that'd be kind of sick. Because I know a lot of teams in this league have multiple uniforms. Some have really cool ones. But like last season, we had multiple, probably too many special jerseys. We had a Top Gun jersey, Batman jersey. I own the Batman jersey because it's freaking sick. We had Batman, Top Gun, Darth Vader, and I'm pretty sure there's one I'm forgetting. But we had a lot of alternate jerseys. Just do something along those lines. Get rid of the gold alternate jersey. I'm probably in the minority here. I own one of them just because I wanted to own it to support the team. But if I could sacrifice the gold jersey for a throwback jersey, count me in. Just do something. It would be cool. Say the team already has gold helmet already. It's something simple as that. This says that the SaberCats are still very much clearly loved in the area. 35 to 40% of the crowd at these home games, still wear SaberCat stuff. I wore like this for I always wear Panther games. I always wear my Panther stuff to the games, except for one, and that's the Rattler games. The Rattler games, I show up in my SaberCat outfit because SaberCats and Rattlers rivalry is one of the greatest in sports history. I miss those games with every fiber of my being. I'm glad they're rivals with the Panthers now, but I have to rock my SaberCat stuff for that game for my mental state. It helps kind of soothe the loss in my heart. But let's see, other teams, multiple things. It also, doing throwback jerseys could help generate buzz for the team. Like, hey, I hear they're gonna be with the SaberCats today. We should go check them out. It'd be kind of cool. It helps stir a little bit of buzz. Anything that helps stir buzz to get butts in the seats is always a good thing. One con is for someone who's not in the know, doesn't know what's happening. A prime example is my aunt who didn't know how to pay attention back in the day. It could confuse me. Like, oh, I thought these were the Panthers. Who am I watching? The SaberCats are back? This doesn't make any sense. They come back and that's not how I was watching. Doesn't make any sense. Example was back when the Niners dropped their black uniforms. My aunt thought it was the permanent uniforms. I had to explain to her what an alternate uniform was. But something like that could be super cool. But something that goes along with that, and back to talking about the NGL at the beginning, is they have the money to do this. I can't imagine it's too expensive because the scam artists of the NGL were able to buy these copyrights, buy the SaberCat name outright. Just buy the SaberCat copyright. Find out how much they want that jackass over the NGL wants to sell the rights for. Buy the name. Again, I am not saying to change the name to the San Jose SaberCats. I don't want that. The Bay Area Panthers, or hopefully what I would have, the San Jose Panthers, are here. They're the new team. They're who we're supporting. I do not want them to change to the San Jose SaberCats. Barring if maybe the ownership wants to do that. If they do that, I'll be fine with it. But I'm not saying I want that exactly to happen. However, what that could do is when doing the throwback uniform, they can then use the SaberCat name for that game. And then use the logos, use the helmets, use the jerseys, use imagery, use everything. I'm pretty sure somewhere in that SAP Center, they still have the SaberCat field. In fact, they have to have it somewhere in that building. That building's freaking huge. I've been through the underbellies. That place is massive. Or it's in storage somewhere. Someone has to have those old carpets. And if you buy the name that's for the SaberCats, doing a throwback game with the name would be great. It'll attract more old fans. They say, hey, they're doing it. Come out and support them for this game. And then you get the old fans in the seats, and then they stay in the seats, because there's still some old fans. There's a lot of old fans who are at these games. The guys dressed up as referees. My friend Franz. There's so many old fans that are at these games, and like I said, you see them in the SaberCat outfits. But there's some I still haven't seen. The guy with the crazy face paint. Hopefully he's still alive. Like I don't know where he's gone. I don't know his name. I watched the Arena Bowl like last year again, and he was out in the crowd up in Stockton watching that game, and he's not there. I'd say I don't know where he's at now. Hopefully he's still around. He was a badass dude. Just get the old fans in the seats. Get them to support the new team. Say, hey, we will pay homage to the past. We're gonna embrace the past, but fully embrace the future going forward. It could help bring teams in. Like, so this one's also very far-fetched, because who knows what the NGL is going to do with this thing, and the freaking thing. Just keep a stranglehold on the copyright. Maybe it'll expire and you can buy it from, because obviously the copyright was owned by Fry and Darren Arbet, and it's not owned by them anymore. As far as I know, for all I know, there could just be a whole bunch of logistics in there as well. Now the other con too, well, see, the pro of this one kind of go at the same time. It will block the NGL from using the team and for their scamming people. But it will also block other teams from properly using it, other leagues. Like if the AFL wants to bring back the AF1, if the AF1 wants to bring back the SaberCats, or the NAL, or any of these other indoor football leagues wants to use the SaberCat name, it will block them, unfortunately. I think I didn't write this one down, but I have a feeling a lot of fans would support this. And if it could be a logistical thing done, is if Roy or some other ownership could buy the SaberCat name, and then find a way. I kind of hate saying this, but it's kind of a thing that popped in my head right now. Is find a way to get the deal done. Move the Panthers back up to Oakland. Make them back the Oakland Panthers. Give Oakland the team they deserve, the team they originally wanted, the team that was being supported up in Oakland. Then partner with somebody. Because I'm pretty sure there's our owners who own multiple teams. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Partner with bring back Fry. Darren Arbet's doing his thing over in Nashville. He's actually going for the championship or the crown in the AF1 right now. I'm a pseudo Cats fan. I'm rooting because of Darren Arbet's their coach. So go Nashville. Partner with someone local, a local business guy too, like the Fries. Someone here. He has ties to NVIDIA. Maybe get Jensen in on it. Bring back the SaberCats in San Jose. Move the Panthers back to Oakland. Get the local support there. The teams there's plenty of fans from Oakland who are supporting the team in Oakland, and people who drive up to Oakland, including me. I don't live that far. The drive kind of sucks because traffic sucks there. But move the team to Oakland. Partner with someone here. Bring back the SaberCats. Division rivals. I will support both teams because I'm not just going to stop liking the Panthers. I'm not one of those stupid fans who's like, I have my other team, I'm going to support them now. It's like, no, I still going to support the Panthers. But SaberCats come back, both teams. It basically kind of glimpse into how I am in the basketball world. I grew up a Laker fan. I hated where the direction the team was going for a long time. I became a Warriors fan. Right before the success, I became a fan mainly in the We Believe. I was a fan in the 90s too because I liked the mascot and stuff in the 90s. I still prefer the 90s uniforms. But it's basically how it goes is I'm a Warriors fan. until we play the Lakers. Then I'm a Lakers fan. Right now, I'm actually, it's like 80 Warriors, 20 Lakers, because I didn't like how the team was doing, and hopefully I could switch around again back to 51-49%. But I digress. That's how it would be with the Panthers. I would, be a Panthers fan until they play the SaberCats. Then I'm 100,000,000% SaberCats, but I also support the SaberCats ahead. That's a long shot, probably never going to happen, but it would be something pretty cool. But they could use a name on, just go back to the throwback uniforms. Just use them on Fan Appreciation Night, or just do Retro Night, Throwback Night, something like that. Just one game per season where you become the San Jose SaberCats, or just for that one game, call yourself the San Jose Panthers, and then use that imagery. Just something like that. People, I do think, underestimate how much that would get people to come to the games. Now, is it logistically possible? I do not know. I'm not well versed in the business side of things, but I don't think it could hurt. Some ways it could, but who knows? Now, the last thing I want to go over here is a much simpler one. It has nothing to do with any throwbacks, has nothing to do with the SaberCats in a way. Because, again, I want to say this as plain as day. I want the Panthers to stay. I fully support the Panthers. I wish the Panthers nothing but success in everything going forward. I am fully committed to the Bay Area Panthers. These are just ideas I think could help improve the public reception of them going forward. Anything to get butts in the seats is a good thing. But I fully support, if they don't do anything, I'm fully supporting what they do. The only thing I truly do think they need to change is the advertising. That's the strongest one. The advertisement thing needs to improve. That is 100% something that needs to happen. Excuse me. Drinking a beer right before bed. I'm sorry. But something simple that the team could do. Our colors are gold and black. We have, we used to have a black field. We're now on the green field. It makes things so much easier to see. It also looks way better on TV. Like, the field looked cool in person. It looked terrible on TV, which I'm pretty sure why they made the change. But along with the Panthers, they play in the jungle. What colors are jungles usually? Green. The SaberCats were also green. I think something subtle that the team could do is add green as an accent color. Find a way to do it as maybe like a highlight, or just like a third color. Right now our colors are black, gold, and white. Let's be honest, that's boring. The black and gold's great. Using the white as the third color is just boring. Adding a little bit of green in there. One, green goes good with black and gold. It would be a cool little, you see it all the time because they have the black and gold Panther jumping through the green jungle and stuff on their promotionals. Adding a little bit of green to the uniform could help pay homage, like I was saying, to the past, but without, actually doing anything, having anything to do with it at all. And plus, last year we had the one game for the Top Gun game. We wore a green jersey, and it looked actually pretty sick. Just take away the Top Gun, it looked like a flight jacket. Take away all the extra stuff, just had a nice cool green jersey as a full alternate. Sure, with the black helmet, I think it would look better with the gold helmet. I kind of wish they used the gold helmet with it, but I digress. As a quick little accent color, green could really help make things pop. Now, it also could go horribly wrong. It could be totally overdone where you have like even freaking 33% of all three colors. No. I really do think they should lean more into the black. Keep the black as the main color. Ditch the gold. I'm sorry, I can't stress enough. Like, I like the gold jersey, but when they pair the gold, like when last year when they went all gold, it didn't look right. It made me glad the Niners never made the gold jersey official. Going pure gold was it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit whatsoever. But just a little pop of green, little pop, could look really cool. Is it needed? No. The jerseys right now, especially the jerseys this year, are my favorite they've done so far. The originals were badass, but these ones are a good homage to the original jerseys, but also updated enough because they finally have a, first season, I believe they went with beast mode. The fan ones were made by Phenom, but beast mode, I'm pretty sure, made the actual jerseys. But since then, they've had issues with jerseys, but thankfully IFL has secured a deal with Adidas, so they actually have a reputable uniform maker. Speaking of Panthers, mine's knocking at the door. If you don't have to say it's for the SaberCats, in my heart it would be for the SaberCats, but really it'd be just doing a nod to the jungle. Just a little jungle nod. Something simple. Nothing crazy. Again, as just a little accent. something, and then maybe I'm not a uniform designer. I am in Madden. I've made tons of uniforms in Madden, but that's not the same. You work off a template. I'll leave that to the people who get paid to do that. Hey, Lois, my little Panthers here. Come here. Say hi. For the listeners, there's a cat on my lap. For the viewers, this is Fenrirock. You guys have met him before. He's my little panther. He's my Bubbas. But I feel like that stuff, something that could be cool. Again, it's not needed. None of this is technically needed. Nothing here. Again, I truly feel the Panthers' future is in good hands, except for the advertisement. We need to get more butts in those seats, get more outreach to the local fans. If anything, I truly think the only main one, like all the changes I proposed here, the one that needs to happen is the San Jose Panthers. I truly think that could be the thing that really gets local support to come in and help the team. But I don't know. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please comment down below what you think would be some good options, or just message me. I'm gonna post this in the Panthers fan group. Just have a discussion with my friends over there at the fan group. Bubba's, you're staying on the chair. Just stuff needs to happen. You're not gonna jump on the back. You're gonna stab me. But again, go Panthers. Hopefully the season goes well. I hate the fact the championship's not in Vegas anymore. It's down in frickin' Tucson. I would schedule my vacation to Vegas right now, even if just like last year. Even though the Panthers didn't make it, I still got a vacation to Vegas. I'm not just going to go to Tucson for shits and giggles. I'm only going to go there if the Panthers make it, and then that's still even a stretch because getting to Tucson's not easy. There goes my little Panther. I made his way to the window a little bit harder to fix that for him. You're a cat. Figure it out. He's not very graceful. But guys, yes, let me know down below, or if you're listening to this, reach me out on my socials. I'm Fenrirock on everything. I'm Fenrirock on Twitter, Fenrirock on Instagram, Fenrirock7 on Instagram. And you can also reach me, check me out on YouTube, Fenrirock, youtube.com/Fenrirock. I have a website, Fenrirock.com. I have a merch shop, everything. Reach out to me on socials. Best place probably be Instagram for, a little more filtered out instant messaging. I keep looking at the light. You're down there. I think because the light's in my face. But again, go Panthers. Hopefully I want this year to go good, and I just want more people to support this team. I love this team. I love everything about this team, and this team needs more support, need more butts in the seats. We're doing good. This last game was really good. We got screwed out of the freaking fans of the week by the damn Jacksonville Sharks. The freaking league is a hard-on for them, which hopefully is not rigged. My favorite memory is still getting their asses whipped in the AFL Championship against the SaberCats. But hopefully down the road, if my idea for the SaberCats here doesn't happen, hopefully someone else does and brings them back in some way, shape, or form. Just something. Right now, it's the Panthers world. The new cat's still in town. It's only year 4, and the future is bright. Hopefully, nothing happens. There was a scare. There was a scare after year 2, and they're talking about maybe either shutting down or leaving. Hell, Roy even told us he almost shut that down after year 1. That was not good news. Glad they came back because they won it in year 2. But I'm hoping the future is stable, and I feel like some of these changes here I proposed could truly help the team. But I'm also just a blabbling fan who misses his SaberCats, but also loves the Panthers here as well. I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. Drop me a follow if you're listening to this on any of the podcast formats, or if on YouTube, please consider subscribing. I'm gonna have a video version of this and audio version of this out weekly. Next week, I'm either gonna have the curator. I haven't had the logistics planned out for that yet. Either have the curator going over some stuff with YouTube, or I will be discussing my love of California craft breweries. Until that time comes, everybody, this has been always but nothing. Always. It's a new name. I'm still getting used to it. It used to just be called the Fenrirock Podcast. This is now anything but nothing. And this whole thing has really been something to me.